Exploring the shadow self. A path to wholeness. The shadow self, a foundational concept in the analytical psychology of Carl Jung, represents the unconscious aspects of the personality that the conscious ego finds unacceptable and therefore represses. It is often described as the dark side, containing primitive urges, desires, and moral inferiorities. However, it also holds latent positive qualities and untapped energies, the courage, assertiveness, or passion that one has disowned. The deliberate process of confronting and integrating this hidden material is known as shadow work. This essay explores the methodologies used to bring the shadow into the light, transforming it from a source of self-sabotage into a wellspring of authenticity and psychological wholeness. 1. Recognizing the manifestations of the shadow. The first and most critical step is acknowledging the shadow's presence, which is made difficult by the ego's determination to keep it hidden. The shadow rarely announces itself directly. Instead, it appears through specific psychological phenomena. Projection, the most common sign. This is seeing one's own disowned faults or impulses in others. Any person, quality, or behavior that consistently triggers intense dislike, judgment, or fascination often points to an unacknowledged part of one's own shadow. For example, a person overly critical of a coworker's selfishness may be repressing their own legitimate, yet feared, need for self-care and assertiveness. Recurring patterns. The shadow can drive repetitive, self-sabotaging behaviors or slips of character that contradict one's conscious self-image. These include a quick temper, persistent procrastination, or cycles of destructive relationship choices. Dreams and active imagination. The unconscious communicates through symbols. The shadow frequently appears in dreams as a dark, threatening, or morally ambiguous figure, or as an animal. Techniques like active imagination involve consciously engaging with these internal figures to dialogue with and understand them. 2. Practical methods for shadow exploration. Shadow work. Shadow exploration is not a quick fix but a commitment to honest, non-judgmental self-reflection. The mirror technique. The goal is to reverse projections. When a strong negative reaction, anger, contempt, or envy, occurs toward another person, the technique asks the explorer to pause and ask, what specific quality am I reacting to? E.g., arrogance, weakness, loudness. Where and when have I exhibited this exact quality? Or where and when do I wish I could exhibit this quality? The power lies in owning the trait, acknowledging that the potential for that quality exists within oneself, whether it's a negative fault or a suppressed positive trait, like assertiveness. Reflective journaling. Journaling provides a safe, non-judgmental space to articulate the contents of the shadow. Key prompts that facilitate this include: what are the 3 things I judge or criticize most often in others? If I had the courage to admit my deepest shame, what would it be? What are the greatest compliments I dismiss or deflect? These often point to the positive shadow. How would I behave if I were completely selfish/fearless/uninhibited for a day? Creative expression. Since the shadow resides outside of the linear, logical mind, engaging the creative sphere can bypass the ego's defenses. Art, dance, or writing fiction can give the shadow a voice and a form. By creating a character who embodies all of one's disowned traits, the person can observe, understand, and even empathize with that part of themselves from a safe distance. 3. The goal. Integrating the shadow. The purpose of shadow work is not to eradicate the dark side, but to integrate it. Integration means bringing the unconscious material into conscious awareness and accepting it as a valid, albeit challenging, part of the whole self. For example, integrating repressed anger does not mean becoming a perpetually enraged person. It means recognizing the energy of anger, understanding its source, perhaps a violated boundary, and learning to utilize its power in a healthy, assertive way to protect oneself. Similarly, acknowledging the inferior shadow, the part that feels weak or incompetent, can lead to self-compassion, not self-loathing, thereby releasing the pressure of striving for impossible perfection. The ultimate reward of shadow exploration is the movement toward individuation, the process of becoming a unified, whole, and authentic self. By embracing the shadow, the individual gains access to a wealth of previously blocked energy, creativity, and self-knowledge, leading to a richer and more balanced engagement with the world.